Keisha, you and Charles both decided to come and retire in Thailand. How long you been here now? Charles, you played college ball, right?
I did.
What was your position? Are you treated any differently, you feel, than any other foreigners?
Officially, we just quit our job and decided to move to Thailand. We look at everything and say, okay, do I want to work the rest of my life just to pay bills? Or do I want to try and find some place I can retire with the money that we have?
Hello everyone, Tiger Gift.
And Foreigner Joe, hope all is well. How are we doing? We are doing great, thank you. Enjoying this beautiful beach resort here. Really beautiful sceneries. We're here with Charles and Key.
Hi there.
Key's short for Keisha, right?
Keisha.
Yeah. So we're going to talk to Charles and Keisha about foreign couple retiring in Thailand. Try to get some information from them, what they think about Thailand so far. Probably going to tell us it sucks, but we'll wait for that. And and then after that, we are going to talk to Nicole and Mike, other foreign couple. So this is very unusual, actually traveling with two foreign couples on this trip. We've been having a great time so far.
Oh, yeah.
So, Keisha, you and Charles both decided to come and retire in Thailand. How long you been here now?
We have been here for 7 months.
You're retired military, right?
Yes.
Served in the Air Force.
Air Force.
When did you retire?
2008.
Charles, you played college ball, right?
I did.
What was your position?
Outside linebacker, defensive end.
You decided to retire in Thailand, and as a couple, a Black American couple, how does the people treat? Are you treated any differently, you feel, than any other foreigners?
Not at all. Thai people are wonderful, very welcoming.
She was great.
Yeah.
So why did you guys decide Thailand? Why you could have chose any country? Why didn't you just stay in the United States?
Well, I did a lot of research on Thailand before we came here because I've never been here. He's never been here, and everything, all the boxes were checking off with Thailand, and we figured, we're not coming here to buy anything, so we're not stuck if we don't like it. So we chose Thailand because it just seemed like it had everything that we wanted.
The cost of living was good.
Yeah, your money goes farther over here. Yeah. But we decided not to stay in the U.S. I needed a little bit of a break from the U.S. My mom passed away in 2020, and that kind of devastated me, so I needed a little bit of a change of scenery.
Is Thailand everything you expected it to be?
And more.
Yeah, actually,
and
that
more.
and more.
Yeah, and more. Thailand it literally has everything. We live in Bangkok, so we're in the city, and Bangkok has endless things to do. Yeah. And then you have this. Like, you can't beat that.
Yeah, the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I've been on this vacation. It's going to be, about 9 nights together? Mm-hmm. How much is that going to cost you guys?
Honestly, that I don't know. I didn't really sit down and calculate that part of it, but, nowhere near what it would, a fraction of the cost of what it would cost in the States. We can go to Miami, we can go to California, Vegas, wherever.
It would not.
Never. Yeah.
Just the rooms alone on the beach in the United States run $300 and up, and your tax on top of that, and I know what you mean.
And some of these rooms here are $30-something a night.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
Do you think you're going to stay in Thailand, or will you do both, U.S. and Thailand?
Probably both. Probably both.
We still have stuff back in the U.S.
Yeah, we have family back there, so we'll probably go back and forth. But as far as moving to a different country, we'll travel to different countries, but I love Thailand.
Thailand would probably be our base.
I love Thailand.
Thailand would be your base?
Yeah, and then if we leave Thailand, you'd miss us too much. So.
For sure. Health insurance. I know you're retired military. Go ahead.
He uses Champ VA.
Right.
So.
Champ VA is, what is Champ VA?
It's for
military spouse.
My spouse. So he just sends his stuff back there to Champ VA.
They
Okay, so when you say
reimbursement.
sends his stuff, if he sees a
bills.
doctor here, you send your bills back to Chimp VA, and then they'll reimburse you
Right,
on
right.
a certain percentage or 100%.
No, they
Do
do 100%.
100%, and you use the VA, am I correct?
Yes.
And the same for you.
Same.
Now, how does that work? You just go see the doctor. Do you have to get approval from VA, or do you just?
They have a foreign medical program that we use. Actually, I have not had to use it yet, so I can't, I don't know a whole lot about that part of it. I have not used the hospitals here yet, and we're scheduled to go back to the States next month for a few weeks, so I'll
Okay.
probably go to the VA while I'm home.
I have.
Oh, you have?
He has.
Yeah, and all I did went on the web, looked up somewhere I wanted to be, and I just went there. Local hospital in
Right.
Bangkok. So.
And how did you find it? Did you find it compared to the U.S.? You've been to hospitals in the U.S.
Oh
obviously.
wow, it's I would say almost night and day.
Night and day in a good way.
In a good way, yes, in a good way. Every here, every doctor has their specialty, and they stay right there in their specialty. They're not side guessing on, okay, this could be the cause of this. They say, no, this is what I know. Now I'm gonna send you to an expert here, and everybody's in one hospital. All the experts, everybody's in one hospital, so you have to get up and go down the hall to another doctor here. You don't have to get them go across town to see a doctor.
Right, right.
And all the doctors here in the hospital are great, pretty top notch.
Yeah. So my next question is, you guys been here for 7 months now.
Yes.
What do you think for a couple? You travel, obviously, and you live in Bangkok, which is not the cheapest city in Thailand, but it's not expensive, really. So what would you say your average monthly cost of living is for both of you?
So for us, it's probably about 2,000. We keep it around 2,000 a month, which is maybe high
Right.
for some people here in Thailand, and we could do it much cheaper, but we decided to rent a car, and so we have a car.
And we live in Bangkok.
Well, our rent in Bangkok, our condo is not expensive. It's not expensive compared to my mortgage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But-
what do you pay for your rent in Bangkok?
It's $760.
$760?
2-bedroom, 2-bath
Oh, okay.
condo, and I mean, the condo is absolutely beautiful. The amenities in the condo, you're paying for all the amenities and everything,
Yeah,
but
it's really nice.
Well, you're from New York, Key, New York City.
I'm telling
So
you.
how much would you pay for that if you were in New York
Be
City?
honest.
Oh
Be
my
honest.
gosh. it's
6K, 7K?
Oh yeah.
Be
Oh,
honest,
absolutely.
yeah.
Easily.
It's-
You know what? When we first got here, I thought it reminds me of New York, but it's like 10 Manhattans all together. It's huge. It's massive. Like, yeah.
The
So,
skyline, if you just go up on top of the building and look at the skyline, just keep like going and going. And
yeah.
going and
Like
going.
most cities, you go to the skylines on one area and then you look out into the countryside. Every angle you turn in Bangkok, you've got a skyline.
Yeah, it's
so
beautiful.
It's, yeah, like nothing I've ever seen, and it's just beautiful.
It's a huge city.
How do you deal with the weather? Some people find the weather, because it is always warm in Thailand. I mean, you can go up north, get some cool weather. But is the weather an issue for you?
No,
Or
we just sweat.
Yeah, it's normal.
Yeah, I think we're still trying to get used to the humidity here. So, you take a shower, you go outside, and you feel like taking another shower. But
Yeah.
No.
Well, eventually you'll get climatized, I
Right.
believe. I
Yeah.
am. But that's
that's what they keep
Yeah.
telling us.
Yeah, it takes a little while.
So what type of visa are you guys on?
We are on a retirement visa.
Now,
Yeah.
did you both have to do that separately? I mean, you both have to prove 65,000 baht or more a month, or you both have the 800,000 baht in a bank?
You have to put the way it was explained to us, the first year, we both have to have 800,000 baht in a Thai bank. So we did that, and then after the first year, we can follow each other on one of the visas and only keep 800,000 baht in the
Oh,
bank
so one of you can be like a family visa, but it's after the first year.
after
Yeah,
the first
first
year.
year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in lieu of the 800,000 baht, could you have done a 65,000 baht or more a month? That's what I do.
Yeah, well, they didn't even, I read that before I got here,
Yeah.
but when we got here, they didn't really offer that, so we just,
Yeah.
I didn't see
Well,
that.
probably because some embassies still provide the financial affidavit. The U.S. embassy doesn't.
okay.
So it's hard to prove your 65,000 baht a month on your initial visa. So yeah, it's probably best to have the 800,000, and then
Yeah.
if you want to put 65,000 about a month in
Thai
your Thai bank account, then you can the next year maybe
Okay.
use that as as an option.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I use. So that's
Yeah.
that's.
So we might talk to you a little bit more about that later.
Yeah, we're not sure about that one.
Yeah.
So did you use an agency to get your visa, or did you get your visa in the United States, or did you come here on an entry visa? How did that work?
We came here on a wing and a prayer because we
Yeah, we
came
did.
here without a visa. So we came here with, they have the visa exempt, and you can come for 30 days and automatically get a 30-day visa. Well, when we came, it was automatically 45 days
days.
because of COVID.
The situation, yeah.
Yeah.
And so we got that and pretty much hit the ground running when we
Hustling,
got
trying to
here.
find out what we needed to do.
Yeah, our first the guy we rented our house in Hua Hin, he introduced us to a lady in Hua Hin who helped us with the retirement visa, and so we've been going with her ever
Yeah,
since.
it's initially for anyone coming to Thailand, it's probably easier to use the agency the first
Yeah.
year.
Right.
I know you're driving with your international driver's permit right now. Do you plan on using an agency to get your driver's license, or do you plan on just doing it yourself?
Well, we attempted to do it
Right.
ourselves, but I don't think it was a problem. It's just that at the time we went, they had stopped issuing Thai licenses for a period of time, so we just kind of
So you have to go back.
we
Yeah,
have to go back. And I'm not sure. Maybe we will go with the agency this time because it makes it,
Yeah.
from what we hear, it makes it a lot
Yeah,
easier.
life. It's really not that bad. It's
Yeah.
not as bad. It's truthfully, it's 1 day, 2 days out of your year.
Right.
That you may have some challenges you have to deal with.
Yeah.
But if you want to live in Thailand, that's the price you pay, right?
Yeah,
right,
that's
yeah.
true.
We live here by choice. We're not
That's
forced
true.
to stay here. So
That's
yeah.
true.
Right.
So let me ask you another question. For you, Kay, do you feel at all intimidated about the friendly Thai woman around Charles? Because there are some friendly women here that'll.
Oh yeah, they're here. I do not, because something I live by this. I don't care how friendly, I don't care how beautiful, how young. Nobody could take him from me. He can go,
Right.
but they can't take him. So I don't worry about that. I don't worry about that. And if they're friendly, that's okay. I can't, stop that. It's how he reacts to it.
Right.
And like I told him, I said, I don't get jealous from something somebody else does. Not at all. Now, if he reacts wrong, then then it's kind of an issue. But I don't have. I
Then
don't
he'll be
have it.
laying on this side of the table.
Right, No, but I don't, we have not had any problems like
with
that.
that, no.
I kind of teased with him. We walked through the mall one time, and there was a young lady there, and she just was full of smiles at Charles. And I said, did you see your girlfriend back there?
Well,
I
Thai people.
didn't see it. She saw it.
Yeah. But Thai people in general are just friendly,
Yeah.
and it's like that, and it's a nice thing
Yeah.
It is a nice
because
thing.
they smile all the time. They're
All the
always,
time.
Yeah.
All the time.
I would say 99%.
Yeah.
We ran into maybe 1% that's
But
That's everywhere.
I'll take that any day over what you get in the
from-
U.S.
yes.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're living in a third world country, or even a developing country for that matter?
I don't.
No.
Because we have driven from Bangkok down to Phuket to Koh Samui.
Up to
the
Chiang Mai.
highways, beautiful highways in this country, and like you said, there are places here, yes,
They're
that
still
are
building. They're still building.
they're still
going
building,
through,
and but the U.S. has the same thing, and they've already built,
Right.
and it's just that's what it is. But no, I don't feel like that at all.
Would you recommend Thailand to other foreign couples that are perhaps thinking about retiring in Thailand?
Definitely.
And if so, why? What would be some of your reasons?
I would definitely recommend Thailand. You have to do your research and know what you're getting into, because it is very tropical, and like Joe said, there some cooler places up north, but for the most part it's a hot country, and if you don't like the heat, this is probably not somewhere where you'd want to go. But if you're looking for a place where you have endless things to do or absolutely just do nothing, Thailand is beautiful. I mean, I don't know many other places that are even nearly as beautiful as this. So
You got that. You got the cost of living.
yeah, cost of living, the people.
People, you know,
Yeah.
the sights. You see something different every day.
Yeah, and if you want to be treated well and really well, Thailand is a great
to go,
choice.
right.
I mean, it just is. People, we wear our mask here because we have to, and I don't have a problem with it. When I need some fresh air, I pull it down a little bit, keep it moving. But you can see the Thai people. You just smile at them, and you can't see your mouth, but they just light up.
Very friendly culture, very friendly
Very
people.
Very.
helpful, very helpful
Very
too.
helpful. To strangers, we're
Yeah.
strangers. They'll come out of nowhere and help you.
You miss anything about the U.S. being here in Thailand?
A family.
Family.
Some friends, but
Now, did you guys move furniture or anything here, or did you just come with your
No.
bags in hand and?
we
bags in
sold
hand,
just
that's it.
about everything in our house, sold the house. We've got some stuff back in storage that, I was not willing to part with yet, but no, we sold just about everything and came here with just our luggage.
We actually met you through YouTube. You have a
Yes.
YouTube channel. So tell us about the name of your YouTube channel and a little bit about your channel.
Well, my channel is Life After Kids with Key Williams. It's Kei Williams. It's just basically showing our journey traveling here, leaving the U.S. and coming to Thailand, and just some of the things that we are experiencing in Thailand.
Well, I'm going to put a link to your channel in the description and a pinned comment. So hopefully the folks will go check that out and consider subscribing to your channel
Thank
because you
you.
do have great content. So I appreciate that.
It's good.
So one last question. Who is your best YouTuber?
You're not gonna put me on the spot. We got Chuck back there,
Chuck
Chocolate Man back there.
everybody's back there.
Look, if you guys, and I will say, it was a
Mitch.
complete pleasure to meet you all.
It was.
What you see is what you
get
get,
with them, definitely.
and we love that.
I know a lot of folks, watching YouTube really, they wonder, especially foreign couples,
Yeah.
about do I make that move? Do I not?
You can waste time and keep on contemplating on doing it, and
Just do it.
and you never do it, and then I was determined not to be one of those people that look back and say, what if I had, I wonder what would have happened had we done this. Our kids are grown.
Yeah.
We've done our job, so now we get to do what we want to do, and you can't beat that.
Good to go.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
Thank you. All right.
We are here with Nicole and Mike, another retired couple in Thailand. So it's been great, the past few days? You guys having a great time?
Having a really good time.
Yeah. Are you guys retired? What brings you to Thailand? Did you retire? Did you just say the hell with it? I'm just going to give everything up?
So we are not really officially retired because I didn't stay at any job long enough to retire. I did stay with the nuclear plant for 23 years, so I kind of retired. I had a 401k and a retirement account, so we cashed out there. But officially, we just quit our job and decided to move to Thailand. Yes.
And what made you do that?
Well, we look at everything and say, okay, do I want to work the rest of my life just to pay bills? Or do I want to try and find some place that I can retire with the money that we have until I reach Social Security age where I can draw my Social Security? So, yeah, she started looking at countries to retiring cheap, and Thailand came up, and we started watching a bunch of videos about Thailand.
Have you ever been to Thailand before, or you just...
Now, in the military, I was in the Philippines and Okinawa, so I've been in the Asian countries, but she is not.
That's right, Mike. Thank you for your service. You served 4 years in the
Yes.
Marines. So good. And Nicole, what about you?
I was pretty much a stay-at-home mother for years, and then I did odd jobs, security. Last one was out of school.
Basically, you guys had to agree together to give up everything, the American lifestyle, to come to
Yes,
Thailand.
yes, we
Was
did.
that a difficult thing to do?
It was
Or
more difficult for me because to me, material things, I've spent money on all my life, and I just got all the woodworking tools that I wanted because I'm a woodworker, and now I'm gonna give them all up. Now, thinking, okay, do I want to work or do I want to go have a good time? So yeah, she made me stay away from there when they were selling it.
So how long have you both been in Thailand now?
Been here, got here in April the 3rd of last year.
So almost a year.
Yep, I'm fixing to do my 1 year.
Any regrets?
I don't have any.
Where you plan on staying now the rest of your life? Do you plan on going back and forth, living
So-
half and half?
I don't think we plan on going back and forth living half and half. We have a 5-year visa right now, so we're going to see how that plays out. We do want to travel to other countries, but right now nothing's really been opened up. This is our first actual trip that we've taken, and we found out it's not really as hard to travel as we thought it would be.
Live in Jantiem, Pattaya area?
Yeah.
And why did you choose that area?
I chose it because of the beach and because we don't speak the language. So I wanted to be able to communicate.
And now that you've been traveling, do you find it relatively easy to travel and you can still communicate with the Thais and get around?
Yeah, we can. It's shocking. I was shocked.
I think if you talk slow, wherever you go in a traveling place like this, they can kind of understand and you can get, but
So what type of visa? You said 5-year visa.
So we're on a Thai elite visa. The 5-year was for husband and spouse. That was 800,000 baht, so about 26,000 cash.
And then after the 5 years, you'll decide from
We
there.
can extend it from there, or we can change it if we want to, or if we want to go back to the States. I mean, we're on a multiple entry, so we can come and go as we please from here.
Right. So you're not required health insurance. Do you have health insurance?
We tried to get the big health insurance companies that when we first got here, but we weren't able to due to prior health issues. So the pre-existing conditions, as they call it. So yeah, so we do have insurance. It's a travel insurance, and it covers COVID and everything else like you're supposed to have when you get here. So if we have a accident
Emergency.
on a motorbike, we still go to the hospital. But if it costs more than that covers, then we're prepared to cover that with our own money.
Okay. So have you been to the hospitals here yet?
Not to the hospitals. We went to the doctor
We have
for
gone to a doctor.
a yearly checkup. We do that anyway.
And what do you think about the services, medical services here?
It was fine.
Yeah, so we've been really pleased. Unlike in the States, we don't have to have, every time you go to get a medicine or whatever, you don't have to have a prescription paper in hand to them. They just ask you what you're taking, or you show them what you're taking, and they get it. They order it for you or whatever. And
All of ours.
we carry a list on each one of our phones, and we can just bring it up and show it to them, and they'll have it, next day most likely if they don't already have it.
You've been here almost a year now. So what would you say for a couple your average monthly cost of living is?
So together we spend about $1,500 US dollars. We don't skimp on anything. We run air conditioned 24/7. We go and eat Farong food anytime we want. But mainly we do a lot of cooking. So we buy stuff from Macro or whatever, and we cook. And then if we go out to eat, it's a splurge or something like that. We don't eat out a lot.
So $1,500 a month for both
Yep.
of you.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And that covers everything.
And so what is your rent in where you guys live?
So our rent now for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo in Pratamnak, it's $15,000.
So about 500 USD.
It's
Roughly.
and it come with quite a few amenities. It has the pool right outside. The lady comes in and cleans once a week, changes our sheets and our towels and everything, washes all that stuff. So that was a plus for us. And we're probably in over 100 square meters where we're at now.
So Thailand being a tropical island, always warm. You guys find it challenging to deal with the weather, or?
No.
Not the weather, but it's the humidity.
So is Thailand everything you expected it to be, and more or less?
Well, I think it is. The challenge with the pandemic kind of put a damper on a lot of stuff, but everything's starting to open up, and we're looking at more traveling. So I think it's gonna go up from here. I mean,
So what advice would you give other foreign couples that are considering moving to Thailand?
well, do your homework. Don't take what others say. I mean, a lot of the video channels for YouTube and everything, they give you information. go look it up for yourself. We had to do we watched a lot of videos, and then did a lot of investigating about insurances and everything. You know, it's whatever you want to spend. You know, insurance was a challenge. Picking a place to live if you don't have, like we got a motorbike now, but if you don't have a car or something like that, you need to be on the like a Song Tao route or whatever, so you have, you know, you can travel. The food, they have the same food we eat. We make our, you know, same food we ate in the States. So, you know,
Yeah.
it's not a big deal. If you don't like, you know, rice, or you don't like fish or whatever, you can still make your own food. And
So overall, what is your opinion about the Thai people and the culture itself? I mean, you interact with them.
so they are very friendly. 3 flights of stairs we go up. There's no elevator. I unloaded all my stuff, and all the Thai people came out and they moved my stuff up 3 flights of stairs, and I never asked anybody anything. So very friendly people, and they help us. You know, one's watering our plants right now while we're traveling. You know.
Would you recommend retirement to other foreign couples in Thailand?
Yes. I mean, you can come here and live cheap, a lot cheaper than you can in the States, and you know, there's no stress, no worry.
And you feel that all of your needs can be met here if you?
I believe so. The hospitals are up to date and everything. The doctor we did see, he was up to date on everything.
And what about the malls? Do you like the malls here?
We don't go to the malls that often, but when we do, we like them because it's air conditioned. You can walk around there if you want. I mean, we have air conditioning in our condo, but
Now I know you've been in Thailand a long time. That's what the Thais go to.
yeah, they go to the mall. Yeah.
Go to the mall for. So what do you miss about the U.S.?
Just our children, and our
We do miss
grandchildren.
the grandkids and stuff like that. So some of the stuff that we've barely been able to find here, jalapeno peppers, we finally found them at Macro, which they have them sometimes they don't. So we buy a bunch of them, you know. But some of the spices that we normally use, they didn't have here, or we couldn't find them because they're probably called something else.
Right, right.
So, you know, unless you get with somebody that said, okay, well, like cilantro. They have cilantro here, but they call it something else. Because I say, do you have cilantro? No. I show them a picture. Oh, yeah, it's that right
Yeah,
there. And they
yeah.
call it something. I say, okay.
Both of you are YouTubers, right? You have a YouTube channel. Tell us about your
Well,
YouTube channel.
Together, we're a YouTube channel. It's Journeys with M and N, Mike and Nicole. And basically, we just said we wanted to share, you know, our travel to Thailand and some of the cultures that we're learning.
Your experience.
Experience as we go up. Like, for instance, getting our driver's license, you know, stuff like that. Unless you really know somebody that can speak the language and go over there, it's really hard to navigate that.
Did you consider an agency helping you out, or
So with the driver's license we did,
you recommend using an agency maybe for folks that first get here until
Yes.
they learn the system and how things work?
yes, so with our visa and everything, we have in the Thai league, they do it for you. They'll go and get your stamp and your 90-day extension. They do all that for you.
I'm going to put a link to your channel in the description and pinned comment so folks can go check you guys out. Consider subscribing to your channel. It's always great to see different folks, their different experiences. You know, we have a lot in common living here in Thailand, but everyone's experience is always going to be different. No one's
Exactly.
going to, no two are going to have the same experience.
Nope.
Well, it was great talking to you guys. We really enjoy hanging out with you. We've been having a great time. We look forward to you guys coming and visiting us where we live. We'll show you around there as well.
ขอบคุณค่ะ Thank you so much for watching our video นะคะ Love you all นะคะ รักทุกคนเลยค่ะ บ๊ายบาย สวัสดีค่ะ